How many of you could get excited about $5,000 to $25,000 a month income? That would very pleasantly replace whatever it is that you've got going on today, right? But what we have to understand is that this is a full-time career. You're not quitting your job and going to sit around and pop bonbons, okay? This is a career move. In my opinion, it's one of the best career moves that you could ever make because you have immense freedom that comes with it, and you have flexibility that comes with it. Many of you in here want to be work-from-home moms instead of having to live from sunup to sundown at another job while somebody else raises your family, and that's a very, very noble goal. But I want you to understand the difference between a work-from-home parent and a stay-at-home parent, right? So what we're going to learn how to do here in this full-time director position, and this will be something that I work with you on as you're building your career and as you're transitioning into this new role, is how to outsource some of the other things that are going on in your home so that you're not constantly feeling pulled between doing all the household chores and running a business all at the same time. One of the things that I have learned is there is amazing fulfillment in being the mom, but let's be clear, I don't want to be the maid. Okay, so we got to learn how to work out those kinks to make it fit it all in. Okay, so that's the primary difference there between consultant as a hobby consultant or a part-time consultant. And now you see the two major differences between being a part-time director and a full-time director. Then the third level on the career path is that of a national sales director. Job description of a national sales director is you become a leader of leaders at that point. These are the women who have the income potential of several $100,000 per year and on up even into the millions. Now let's be honest for a quick second. How many of you, as you stop and you start to calculate living your dream life, how many of you are looking at the position of a national sales director to bankroll those dreams? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so that is what we're talking about there. That is where truly the sky is the limit. And so that's the pinnacle of success in Mary Kay is the position of National Sales Director. We all start at the beginning and then move up from there based on our own goals, our own dreams, our own work ethic, and our willingness to learn and grow and to keep learning and keep growing every step along the way. Okay? So that's step one in learning to think and act like a business person, is to set your income goals based on what you want out of life. Step number two in thinking and acting like a business person. We got to learn to understand business mentality. We must develop a business mentality. We learn to retrain our brain and literally develop a new way of thinking so that we approach life as a business person. If you want this business to pay you like a business, girls, we got to treat it like a business. Let's be clear, okay? So I want to give you two big myths on how this business works so that you can bust through these right out of the gate and be living and operating in reality on what it's going to take for this business to pay you like a business. The first myth mentality is the fundraiser mentality. Mary Kay is not a fundraiser. Let's get everybody onto the same page right now. This is not a fundraiser. Okay? How many of you have ever worked a fundraiser? Okay? You know, either you have a family or kids who are working a fundraiser. I remember being the kid, having to do the fundraisers myself. Okay? I played soccer growing up, and every year we would have to sell the candy bars. And every year, without fail, my family would eat the entire box of candy bars so that we didn't have to hit up all the neighbors, right? But think about this. If you are running and operating a fundraiser, what does that look like? Okay, if it's a catalog fundraiser, then you go door to door, you send out the catalogs to all your friends and family, and you see what they order. If it's an email fundraiser, in today's environment, we just shoot out a quick email, let everybody know, our friends and family know that we're working on a fundraiser, and we sit back and wait to see who orders. Are you understanding how you can very easily make a false connection between a fundraiser and this business? If you have taken the approach in the past of, oh, here I am, I started a new business, a little thing called Mary Kay. I'm going to send out my catalogs, put them out to all my friends and family, send out my mass email, let them know I'm in business, and sit back and just wait for those orders to come in. If they come in, well, I know this is where God wants me to be. And guess what? That is not a business. You want to learn to treat this like a business. Your friends and family, they love you and they will support you and they will stick their face out there probably and let you try anything on them once. But you are not going to build a legitimate, long-term, sustainable business waiting for your mama to reorder a moisturizer. Are y'all with me on this? So we must get rid of the fundraiser mentality and really start to look at our business with a business mentality. Second mentality myth is the hobby mentality. I want to say this again because hopefully you're memorizing this phrase as I'm repeating it over and over and over again. If you want this business to pay you like a business, you must what? Treat it like a business. That's exactly right. If you treat it like a business, it'll pay you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. But let's think about this. Do hobbies pay you money or do they cost you money? They cost us money. Now, how many of you have hobbies in this room? Or you're married to somebody who has hobbies. Some of them are expensive hobbies, right? You know, some of our most popular hobbies and some of our men's hobbies, you know, they golf, they hunt, they fish. Women, we like to go shopping, we like to go hang out with the girls. My husband has one of the most ridiculous time-wasting hobbies on the face of the planet. It's called fantasy football. But guess what? I am absolutely clear that it is a hobby. He does it for fun. He does it to relax. He does it because it gives him a good time to just hang out with the guys during the draft. Okay? I think it's retarded, but I get it. Okay? Now, I am not expecting fantasy football to pay our bills. Are you with me on this? Because I understand it is a hobby. Now, had he come to me and said, Allison, I want you to know, I got this really, really great, lucrative new business opportunity. And he goes through all this telling me exactly what you told your family when you were looking at starting your business. And you talked about the income potential, you talked about all the rewards that were out there, and you talked about how excited you were and the fact that you were going to need an upfront investment to get started. Okay, depending on how you chose to start your business, you may have started with a handful, a drawer full, a house full of products. Depends on what your own personal goals were. But if your hobby has yet to produce a dime to the family income, let's go look back and see where's the breakdown. Is the breakdown because we're calling it a business and treating it like a hobby? Where we're leaving the house a couple of times a week, you know, maybe taking a couple of weekend road trips here and there throughout the year, having really great fun time with the girls. We come back, we have a lot of fun, we make a whole new circle of friends. We experience amazing personal growth along the way. Are you with me on this? All of those things make it a hobby until you start to make what? Money. Let's define business. Let's everybody write this down. Write this down on the other side of the screen. A business. A business means, this is the Allison Lamar definition, you ready? That you are exchanging either products or services for what? Money. You're exchanging products or services for money. Until you start to bring in money, it is not a business.